Alright everybody, welcome to Cadillac video number 40. So, I bet almost every single one of my subscribers has been asking, hey, so what's the deal with the Cadillac? What's going on with the Cadillac? Honest truth, I haven't worked on it in about a couple months. So, as you guys have seen on my channel, I got another Corvette. I've been putting a lot of work into my convertible. I'll make another video soon about all the stuff I've been doing on that. Also, school started. I have one more year of college left, and I've been doing that. So, today I did have a day off, and I'm going to work on the Cadillac. So a little bit of an update. First is this intake leak. So I put double gaskets on the motor, but never really got it to run. I put it in, installed it, and then that was about it. So in the meantime, I've been calling around and asking for opinions. I've been calling up various machine shops, seeing if they can machine the intake. You guys on YouTube have given me very good advice, different things that I should try out and such things like that. But first, the guy who built the motor, I don't trust him to work on it. So he's like, oh, just bring it down and we'll machine it little by little till it fits. And it's like, you took a year and a half to do the motor. I can't even imagine how long it's going to take you to do the intake. So it's not going to him. Second was the actual engine builder that built the motor for my Corvette. He's a wonderful engine builder. I would trust him with anything that I gave him, but there's two problems. One, he's retiring and he doesn't really want to do it. But two is that he doesn't have enough room to take the whole car in his shop to work on it. So the only option I had for him to work on it is, well, guess what? I'm going to have to take the engine out again. And guess what? I don't want to do that. So basically what I'm going to redo is, since I haven't touched it in a month, I'm going to retrace my steps. First, do something simple. I'm going to check for spark on all the cylinders. Make sure every cylinder has spark. Once I verify that they all do, then I'll go back to the intake issue. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and remove all these parts from the front of the motor. So the oil fill, the fuel pump, this radiator hose, and even the water pump, so that way I have a better access to the bottom part of this intake, and maybe I'll be able to see the leak, pinpoint it, fill it with RTV, something like that. So before this motor comes all the way out, I'm going to make sure I do everything that I can in order to fix it, because I can't stand the thought of taking this motor out again. So let's go ahead and test for spark. I'll show you guys what I do for that. Alright, to test for spark, I'm going to do it the one-man method. So the number one tool that I need is this. So this is a switch that you can connect your starter, and that way you can push that out here instead of having to go in the car. And that way I can look for spark by myself. So basically you just hook it up to the starter solenoid like so, one to power and then one to the lead that is on the opposite side of power. So the way that it works is when you turn the key, the wire runs from that power up to the ignition switch and then back down to the solenoid, engages the solenoid, and then turns the starter on. So that way I can do it without being inside the car. So I have a fully charged battery. There goes that. So if I click this, it turns the motor over. Convenient. Now, in order to get spark, what I have to do is go inside and turn the key. Alright, once inside, all you gotta do is take the key and turn it one click over to run. So that's the mode that it's in when the car is on, and you'll see all the little lights on the dash turn on. Now there's two tools you can use to test for spark. One is just put an extra spark plug that you have in the end of a spark plug wire and then ground it and see if it's spark. There's also this, which is a spark gapper. So the way it works is you connect this end to the plug, and then this end to the wire and this end to the plug, and that way you can actually see on here the spark and how strong it is. I'm probably gonna end up doing both. I'm basically expecting to find spark in all the cylinders, and back to the problem that I had. I just want to make sure that I'm covering all my bases before I go ripping the whole thing apart. Well, the good news is all the plugs have spark. The bad news is I found something really weird. I don't know if I'm wrong or right about this, but I was assuming that with the key on the neutral position like this, if you were to turn the motor over, you wouldn't get spark. Then one click is power to ignition, and then the next one is power to the starter, which it does. But the weird part is, I don't know if that's the right one or what, but the weird part is I can leave it in this up position where it's, that should be ignition, but I can leave it off. Then I can come over here to the engine and I can turn the motor over. Sorry about the camera, it sucks. And still get spark. So I don't know if there's something wrong with my ignition switch or what. I don't know if that's even part of the problem. Maybe if I put it one click over that way. Maybe, I know somebody's been in the ignition switch before and they wired it up all incorrectly, so maybe that's the issue that I have. Yep, still, I get spark no matter what position the switch is in. I don't know if that's even part of the problem or anything, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that.